All right. Wow, that was that was beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in that. Yeah. So, well, where are we? What are we doing? We just meditated, and now, what are we gonna do? You know, it's almost like that for me. It's like, wow, how great it is to enter timelessness and abide for a moment there. How wonderful is that? So today we have the impersonalization tape of Joel. Oh, wait, let me check the. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was incredible. So today we have the impersonalization tape of Joel 294b and impersonalization of good and evil. And let me see, there's somebody who wants to come in. That's always good. So 1 second. Where am I here with my... Oh, yeah. Even my mouse is upside down. Okay, that worked out. Wonderful. So, tape 294b, impersonalization of good and evil. And so this is a video of Joel. He has an introduction of just about, say, 25 minutes, and really diligently working his way through every step of humanhood, politics, science, say the way that governments are structured, and where the confusion comes in, and all that. So that's great to hear that. So then, that is, say, yeah, really like an introduction of Joel. Then the next part, he's more bringing it back to yourself in terms of impersonalization, nullification, like nullify, seeing the meaninglessness of things in it, of good and evil. Say, if there's still an idea of good and evil, you're still in human mind, mortal mind, as he called it too, and carnal mind, as it comes from the Christian science. So carnal mind, mortal mind, it's all, say, the same thing as a human frame of reference, or yeah, we have many names for it, because we deal with it continuously, otherwise you wouldn't be here. You know, that's how simple that is. You continuously deal with personalization instead of impersonalization. It's like you are confronted with the personalization of everything in your mind, you know, in the way that you deal with things. So there's a moment in which you bump your head and say, like, oh, wait a minute, what did Joel say about this? And then it's like, oh, of course, yeah, I should not forget that. It is impersonalization. It's nullification of the circumstances, or the things that I think are going on, or the things that seem to hurt me so badly. Like, that seems to be really part of my life, of my existence, while actually it is there for you to take a look at, not to, say, consolidate it as a physical occurrence or a materialistic occurrence, or it has nothing to do with material sense or with form. It just appears in that form to you to become a lesson for you, a lesson in the sense of see what it really entails. Is it really about the form? No, it is not. It is not about the form. So I'm fooled by the form. So, and this is going on continuously, because we have ideas about, like, time. We have ideas about form. We have an idea about differences. And we compare continuously. In that sense, we judge continuously. We have an idea about everything. And so the meaninglessness is not something that is really like continuously with us. So the nullification is then the action of mind that needs to take place. And so then you really have to give up your toys in order to do so. It's like you cannot hold on to the pain that you actually want to, say, circulate, even though you seem like not wanting that. It's like you don't want to hold on to pain is what you think about yourself in the meantime, to let go of it, or to really say like, well, that is an appearance, and I allowing myself to have a different experience of all of this altogether. So that action of mind, that part, that is connected to your feelings of safety. Even though you don't like it, you're familiar with it. You know, this kind of thing. Like even if you don't like pain, you're familiar with it. You're used to it, or you think it's part of you. You cannot even imagine yourself without it. And you literally can't imagine yourself, say, without it. Up to the moment that you realize, I don't need this. I suddenly start to see the meaninglessness, or I nullify it. I make it see, like suddenly I see it as something that is meaningless, has no value for me at all. So then something shifts and changes, of course. So just like we did in the meditations, like it all comes down to this moment. Here it is happening. It's not going to happen some other time. Like the hope for a better future, or the hope for a release in the future, that you're going to be freed from all this in some way, you know. The idea that you hold in front of yourself to walk your path and to walk your human ways is then always with something that, like, okay, well, yeah, that will happen one day. That would be great. That would be great. I can't wait to let that happen. Well, you do wait to let it happen, and you don't make the decision to do it. Like, it's happening now. Here it is. So stop postponing all of this. No, it's happening right now. There's no better time to allow this for yourself than this moment. So there's in fact what Joel says too in the video. We will listen to it later on, and listen to the second part of the video where he in fact gives you, say, some tools, or some, he helps you to deal with this inside yourself, with this process. And so even with, okay, you watch the news, and you see politics, like you have a certain idea about the government that is ruling your country, or you have ideas about the developments that are taking place in the world. Say all this, you can't ignore it to a certain degree. You can't ignore it, and that's not what I'm asking either. It is only really great to see this in a whole different light. Then you receive different information too. And what I mean with that is this: it's like the possibility to have this idea being realized in you is that more and more people are uniting. People are connecting with one another and join with each other, say, in their steps to freedom. And you know, and this is occurring simultaneously with all the disaster and disease that you might see around you too. Like, but this can become your focus. It's like there's more and more unity in this world. It's developing like no other time in history, even though it doesn't look like that at all. But still, if I start to see that is occurring because I'm awakening, and I look for the unity more and more and more, and experiencing oneness, I stop myself from doing what I'm doing. I'm taking time to stand still and allow to my vision to be changed in one that shows me like, oh my God, I really thought this was going on, but that's not the case. Like there's something totally different going on, and I'm part of that. That is developing because of my practice and of my consciousness. Like you can see the world as a hologram, as a reflection of your own way of thinking, and you see reflected what it is not a reality. It is not factual. It's not factual. It doesn't say anything about like it's not set in stone. Literally, it is not substantial. It has no material component, and so that gives you the opportunity to take a look at this in a whole different light, and that can come to you, and that is in fact guiding you to look at it in a different way, but also to respond to it in a different way. So the idea, like more and more, you see more and more the steps to unity, uniting the sonship, uniting with one another in order to, say, choose for the light that will shine all darkness away. So that is not limited to anything. It's like where the light shines, darkness it cannot be at the same time. Like the shadows disappear when the light is turned on, even if with physical light, so to speak, or what we call physical light, because it's not matter. But it's like that is happening at the same time. It is suddenly the shadows are gone, the darkness is gone. I know you know this. I just always love to share it because it's like, oh yeah, wait a minute, I forgot about it. I really took this serious, as if there's like a fact that I cannot say do anything with. Like it's a fact, so I cannot change it. It's like, no, that is not a fact. So Joel in this talk, he shows you that in a different way than I'm sharing it now, but in essence, it's the same. So it's good to be aware of, okay, so where is this occurring? It brings you back to yourself. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm perceiving all this. This is my world. And there's, in that sense, there's no we in this world. There's no we. No, this is a reflection of what I'm thinking. I'm seeing that. And so that means also, like in expressions, like we have to do this in a different way. No. I have to do this I have to look at this in a different way. Nobody needs to do anything. It starts with me. So it's like individual responsibility for what you see. What is it that you want to see? The unity, people deciding to let light rule instead of darkness. Wow, that's a movement, I can tell you that. That's a huge movement, and you're part of it. So this is like, you don't have to crusade, is what Joel says too, and I love that. It's like, you don't have to crusade. No, this is like happening in you. So you can do this in your room. You can sit in your chair, letting this occur, literally. You don't need to fight or to protest or to, who knows. No, you don't have to do it that way. It doesn't exclude it, but it's more like, well, that's not where the change will happen. The change will happen in you. That's the only place where things can change. So that is, yeah, great and inspirational. Very, very much like so well for this time. It's like, for this time, for my new discovery of myself, for my awakening in my 40 days or not. Like, no, this, in this tape group, this is what we go for. You know, it's like, this is the third part of the tape group already, Private 25. It's like we're in the third episode already. So there's going to be like 9 classes, including this one then. 9 classes up to November, where continuously every week, almost every week, we sit still to listen to Joel, to what he has to say, and take that very personal in that sense. Like, it's to you that he talks, to no one else. And when he says we, you can fill in I, because you're the one hearing it. You're the one receiving this, and it works through you. So you don't have to wait for your neighbor to do it, is what I'm saying. So we listen to the tape in a moment. So there's a 5-minute break, like we were used to doing that. Then we come back. We listen to the tape for 25 minutes or so. And then we have a musical intermezzo. And so one of us is going to play some music, and I'm very delighted and looking forward to listening to that with you. So let's have a break now for 4 or 5 minutes or so, and then we start the tape. Thank you.